everyone, so I kind of wanted to put together my top 10 MAC eyeshadows. This is a review I've kind of wanted to do for a while now since I've tried some of these products for quite a while, and so I know which ones that I go to for an everyday basis and then kind of the ones that I don't use so often. So my first two products are going to be highlight colors. My first and most favorite of highlight colors is a color called Nylon. As you can see, I've used this color quite a bit. It's kind of a nice sort of off-white shimmery white color, kind of like that. It's kind of hard to see. And then my second favorite highlight color is a color called Vanilla. It's a matte sort of off-white. You can see it there. It's the one that's on the top. So you can see the shimmery versus non-shimmery. So those are my two favorite highlight colors. I use those either on an everyday basis or almost every other day. I kind of alternate them. And then sort of my second kind of groups of colors are kind of like my fun colors or my lid colors that I like to use on a regular basis. My first color that's like that is a color called Jest, and it's kind of like a shimmery, pretty shimmery pink. I don't know if you can see it. It's this color that's right on the top here. It's a very subtle color. Just a nice light, pretty pink. I know you can't see it really well in there, but it's a really awesome color. And then another color that I really like is called Juxt. And it's kind of like a green, a nice kind of light, shimmery green, like that. And then this is the color I hear a lot about and that I just recently purchased. It's called Woodwinked. It's kind of like a goldeny sort of brown color. And the light is really bright because if I don't put it in here, you just can't see me, but it makes it really hard to see the swatches of the colors. So those are kind of like my fun kind of colors that I like to do. And then sort of crease colors that are my like go-to crease colors that I use a lot. And this is a really depressing one, is that it's discontinued, but it's like my favorite crease color. It's a color called Go, and it's like a nice sort of brown, but sparkly brown, but it's not like too sparkly and it's not too dark brown. I have another brown that I have that's matte, and I just don't use it very often because I think it's a little boring and sort of harsh. And then another crease color that I like to use sometimes is called Sumptuous Olive, and I oftentimes pair it with that green that I showed earlier. It's kind of like a greeny brown. It's the one that's on the top here. Let's see if you can see that better. They kind of look the same, but they're actually not. And then one of the other colors that I like to use, and I think everyone needs to have this color, is Carbon, which is just MAC's sort of matte black. They also have one, I think it's called Tuxedo, which has sparkles in it, but I find that some of those sparkly, super sparkly eyeshadows are really hard to use and they end up all over your face. I've purchased a few of those and they're sort of like the ones that I don't ever use and they're big disappointments. And the last color that I just most recently purchased that I'm really in love with is this color up here. It's this brown color. That one is called Satin Taupe, and it is my like new favorite crease color. I think it's going to be a good replacement for that color Go, which is discontinued. So that's a really good crease color. It's kind of a nice sort of dark brown, but has a little bit of shimmer to it. And so those are my top 10 sort of eyeshadows from MAC. Now some of the ones that I have purchased and have basically never really used, and which were total mistakes. And the first one is called Forgery, and it's this like kind of white, really, really shimmery color, and it's just totally messy. I think I might have used it once or twice, and it's just like all over the container, and it's a total mess. And the other one that I purchased, actually I purchased two others like that. This one's called Retrospeck. Now I've used this a few times. It's kind of a nice sort of beigey, you know, good lid color, highlight color. This one's not as messy as some of the lusters, but the MAC woman actually suggested that I use my finger to apply this, and I have tried it, and it actually works a lot better, so I am sort of coming to like it a little bit better. And then the next color that I bought that I've gotten a little bit of use out of is called Tempting. It's another luster, and I'm not going to take it out, but it's this kind of like brownie color. I mean, it's a good sort of fun crease color, or if you're looking to put a little sparkle in. It broke, so it's really messy. But those three are definitely the colors that I've purchased that I have gotten very little use out of. I find that the colors that I most often go to are sort of neutrals or kind of more light in tone. The other colors that I have that are bright, I don't use those as often, and they're more kind of special occasion colors. So, you know, if I recommend buying colors, I definitely would stick to sort of picking neutrals and things that you would wear every day, because you'll get more use out of them than colors that are kind of out there and just a little too bright for every day, or you don't want sort of the same look every day. And some of those colors, and this is one of actually the first colors that I bought from MAC, it's called Stars and Rockets. It's this really pretty purpley color, and I actually really like this. It works really well with carbon or sort of a brown neutral to make sort of a really fun look. And then I also really like this blue color that I got called Surreal. And I also really like this color called Parfait Amour. It's a really, really dark purple. And sometimes I use this as an eyeliner color instead of just an all-over eye color because it's a little toned down. So I would wear this as an eyeliner to work if I wanted to be a little bit more fun. And then another color that I've actually grown to like but didn't love so much in the beginning because it's kind of a boring neutral is this color called Kid. And it's kind of just a matte sort of beige color, but it actually really works well in multiple different applications. It's a really good light lid color if you're going for something neutral, and it can be darkened up as a crease color so you can apply more and it becomes deeper and it becomes a really nice crease. And then another color that I bought that broke, sadly, is this color. I'm not going to take it out. It's kind of like a yellowy goldy color. It's called Gorgeous Gold, and it actually is a really cool color to sort of put on the inner part of your eye as sort of a highlight if you're working with some other colors that would work with it. And then some of my new purchases that I'm really starting to like. The first is this like really light color that's up at the top here, and that is called Shroom. It's kind of a new highlight color. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's much more toned down than vanilla is. It's kind of a lighter highlight color. It doesn't really pop out and stand in your face. And then this other color that's down here, it's called All That Glitters. It's a really pretty gold sort of shimmery color. And then this last one that I bought, which is this kind of orangey color, orangey sort of pinky color. It's called Expensive Pink. And I bought that because I thought it would be a really cool, fun fall color to use as sort of a lid and work with some other highlights and crease colors. So those are my eyeshadows, my top 10, some of my, most biggest disappointments, and some colors that I haven't gotten a lot of use out of, but I really like. So I hope that was helpful for you, and have a great day.